Hello guys. Once again, I'm not able to make it with you guys in the class, but hopefully Friday I will be there. I want to say congrats to the 7th grade football team on another 42-0 victory. And today we're going to be working on the same stuff we've been, some multiplication, some percentages, some integer work, and then if we have time, some more multiplication and some fraction work. Now remember, your test is Friday, tomorrow, which is 10 multiplication problems, doing 5 regular and 5 lattice. And you will get bonus points if you wear Bel Air colors, red and black. All right, so we're going to start off with this problem right here. 418 times 723. So the teacher can pause it real quick and allow the students some time to work it out on their own. I appreciate it. And then you're going to check how many have it correct. Give them 5 to 10 minutes to do it both ways, regular and lattice, and then check how many get it right. And you'll do a percentages like we have on the board. If you look at the board, you can see first, second, fourth, and sixth, and there's 4 empty blocks. You'll put the fraction in there, and you work it out with the class, the percentage. Okay, so again, do that problem. And now percentages. Let's say we had 10 out of 16 get it right. Remember, the top dog, which is the 10 on top, goes in the house. So we have 10 divided by 16. And the division problem is just a multiplication problem. Decimal 0. 6, which would be 96 when you multiply that out. And subtracting, that's 4, and you bring down a 0. How many 16s go into 40? That's 2, which is 32. Subtract 8 and bring down a 0. And you only have to go 3 places, and that will tell you where you're rounding your decimal or your percent. And this one happens to end here because 16 times 5 is 80. And now to take a decimal, convert it to a percent, you simply move your decimal 2 places, 62.5%, which would round to 63%. So once again, find your percentage, but give them time to do each of the problems before you move on. And now we're going to do our integer work. And we're going to do some multiplication first. Now remember, like -4 times 5. All right. Sorry, there's -4 times 5. So give them a second to do that. Pause the video. And when they do that, we talked about, remember, making the emoji. All right, there's our emoji. And you have a negative times a positive, which would be -20. All right. And another multiplication, let's do -7 times -9. So there you go, give them a second. Give them a second there. And that is going to be 63. Because remember, you make the emoji. There we have a negative and negative. And it is positive. So let's do some subtraction and addition. So let's go ahead and do -4 plus 6. So -4 plus 6, let them do that problem. The way I look at that is I have 4 negatives and 6 positives, which would cancel out. And that gives you an answer of 2. Or you can think about the number line. If you start at -4, then you add 6, you go right 6, and that would put you at 2 on the number line. All right, let's go -3 minus 4. Now I look at that as 3 negatives and 4 negatives, which gives me a total of 7 negatives. But you could think about a number line. Your -3 is your starting point, and when you minus 4, you would go left 4, which would put you at -7. Now this is the one's a little bit harder. -5 minus -7. The way I always remember that is if you do 2 negative things in a row directly right after each other, you better get your butt to church and turn that into a positive. So you have -5 plus 7. So I look at that as 5 negatives, 7 positives. And once again, the negatives and positives cancel each other out. Now these are 2 positives. Now, if you do it on number line from the original problem, -5 is your starting point, and you're minusing -7. If you were minusing 7, you'd go left 7. But you're not minusing 7. You're minusing -7, so therefore you have to go the opposite way. So you'd go right 7, which would put you at 2. All right, now on the smart board, if you go to the smart notebook on the bottom of the computer screen there, you can pull up 2 pages. Page 1 would be another multiplication problem where you can do it both ways, lattice and original. And then page 2 would be some more integer work. So go ahead and complete that. Allow the kids some time from each problem to work them out, then go over them. And if you have more time, then you work on the ditto sheet, which is on the desk, which is some multiplication and some fraction work. Now remember, your test is tomorrow, and you'll have 10 problems, and you can get bonus points for red and black. Go Big Reds.
We love math.
Oops, I went on.